Australia is home to 77 billion of the world's 3 trillion trees. 24,000 of the world's 70,000 species call the island home. There's only 7 countries in the world with more trees than Australia. And the distribution of these trees is truly wild, with approximately 17% of the countryside in woodlands. Today, we're pulling the data in our primary cities and seeing how they stack up in this eco-evolution. With the city of Sydney packing close to 50,000 trees, and Melbourne 70,000, we've got plenty of data to look at. Jumping into the heat map, you can start to see the clusters around parklands, around thoroughfares and streets, and around precincts, particularly newer precincts. But like office workers, trees are somewhat missing from the CBD and the whole grid. In Sydney, it's the streets running east to west that lack trees. This is a large part due to trees needing 6 or more hours of sunlight a day, and the office buildings casting large shadows throughout, and the amount of deep soil being restricted by city services running underground. In Melbourne, this manifests very interestingly. The native red river gum is a very large tree, and so is planted outside of the CBD. When we move into the CBD, we get trees that are more deciduous, that can handle the shadows during the winter, like the London plane, the Cypress plane. And the only native that gets a bit of a look in is the weeping myrtle. And it wouldn't be a trip to Sydney without looking at the Jacarandas. Now within the data, there's a number of other critical points, like heights of trees, age of planting, carbon capture, and in this particular view, we're looking at the future life expectancy of the trees. And you can see the dramatic difference between the environment of those living in the parklands with deep soil and access to light versus those in the CBD. One of my favourite pieces of data comes from the city of Melbourne. It shows all the future planting they'll do in the coming years to make the city even more vibrant and lush. We'll call it there for a day. Thank you very much for listening. If you're interested in collabing on the data and finding out more, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, please share, like, subscribe. Thank you.